You're listening to the Stupidity In Your Ear podcast. Here comes the stupid.
Hey guys, Calvin and Sam. What's up, ear holes?
Yeah, hope you guys are ready to get some stupidity up in your ears.
All right. You know what I wanted to talk about was I told you this. I wanted to talk about the yodeling kid from Walmart.
Okay.
So
He's back?
dude, he's never gone. So this was months ago, right? That he
Yeah,
first
yeah. We were still in school.
Yeah. Okay. And this is August 3rd. But let me.
3rd?
I wrote up some notes. Okay. So he did the first video came out, and then they made that trap remix, which is funny because it's like what they did in off of what they did in The Office when Andy made that, and he blew up. But this kid, they made that.
Oh, he went crazy. Did you see him when somebody brought him to like a music festival or something?
No, yeah. Ellen paid for him to have a performance somewhere, and then Walmart paid for him to have.
Okay, low-key Ellen is so funny.
I love Ellen. Ellen is our sponsor for today. Ellen, honestly though,
She's so
she is so funny and she's so sweethearted. She's great. I love her.
Yeah.
I've never met her. When she has us on, I really want to give her. I want her to scare me if she has us on. Which that's what I don't understand. Is she has people on her show.
Yeah.
And she scares everyone. I'm like, that's every segment. It's like, she's good.
You have to know
works
she's gonna
every
scare
time,
you.
and she's really funny. I'm not.
It's like people that go on the Eric Andre show. Have you seen that thing?
Oh, that show's wild.
You gotta know it's weird, but they still get freaked out.
I know. It's crazy. It's funny though.
I saw Ellen on Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee.
I love that TV show.
Great TV show.
There's so many different things I haven't watched them all.
Yeah.
I love the one where he had Stephen Colbert.
Yeah.
And he looks like. Have you seen that?
Got
one?
the beard.
Got the crazy. He looks really good though.
Yeah.
I liked it.
He
It
does.
was funny.
He does. Another one that reminds me of the one he did with Jim Carrey, who also had a crazy beard.
and Jim Carrey's a weird guy.
Super weird
And
guy.
the whole interview was kind of like.
It was weird. It was weird.
I liked it.
The funniest thing I thought he did in that episode was when he was in the car and he looks into the camera and he fake knocks on it, but then he knocks on the window. He's like, just knocking on the fourth wall there. Hey guys. That cracked me up. I thought that was so funny.
He's very funny. Clearly.
Sorry, Walmart yodeling kid.
Sorry, distractions.
That was
okay.
balmy.
So after the concerts or whatever, I feel like he kind of went quiet for a bit.
Definitely.
And then someone found this picture where he's hanging out with Lil Xan. I don't know if you know who that is.
No.
He's a SoundCloud rapper. It means Lil
no.
Xanax.
Oh,
I'm
no.
This kid is about to get
No.
he's like 8 years old.
No.
I'm like, this kid's about to get on Xanax.
No.
But then nothing really happened with that. I don't know. They just had a picture together. I don't even know.
Okay.
But he just put out an EP on
The
iTunes and SoundCloud.
No
and it was
way.
Super high out there. He actually did the song that he got famous for.
Yeah.
It's
Well, he had that single.
yeah, and the famous song is on there.
I don't want to be famous. That song had me dying. That's crazy.
That's the thing is I feel like it was a meme at first, and but it's it's one of those memes that because usually I feel like memes turn into either they're funny and then people hate it or they love it.
That's
but
true.
his is still a meme. His is people listen to that EP as a meme. I feel like still.
Huh.
But then
it's just one of those things you can't really get out of your head.
And that's weird. But then he's also selling merch and
Really?
Yeah, he's selling merch. He does the EP. He's putting out an album soon. He's in the studio all the time. He's a fire Instagram game.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. His grandparents are on his Instagram.
What?
Yeah, but he has a really good social presence.
That's cool.
But I'm worried about him though, because every little kid that gets famous just dies.
And you know that behind every famous kid, there's people producing it and telling them what to do and just monetizing the whole thing.
I know. It's I'm this kid is 8 years old and he's probably rich already, and it's What is? I'm worried that he's gonna turn into the guy that played Anakin. Okay, it's different. It's different. Yeah. Because the guy that played Anakin just got hated. Not. I mean the kid Anakin from Star.
Yeah. They got on the
Star Wars again.
We're back at it with the Star Wars.
Back at you with some Star Wars. Get up, nerds. Bringing nerddom back into the light. Honestly, though, nerddom needs to come back into being cool.
Nerd what?
Nerddom.
Oh, just like in general, just honestly, being a nerd.
Being a nerd is looked down upon. Like, no, I think it's awesome. I think it's funny.
I think it's not popular anymore. It's not like real anymore because it became common. Like, I'm such a nerd. Yeah. Like, I'm such a nerd.
Like, I just want a nerd.
Like, can we have our nerd out sesh? Like, when me and my baby watch Game of Thrones.
Get me a man who wears glasses. Get me a man who is deep into the Marvel Cinematic Universe comics. He better be studying that.
I want a 45-year-old man that has gross facial hair,
credit cards through the wazoo, through the
thousands of comic books,
lives on his parents' couch.
Yeah,
plays hours.
Has
of Legends
the longest
of Zelda.
Male ponytail you've ever seen.
Bald head, ponytail.
Pretentious as all get out.
Give me that man's.
Give me that man's.
Give me that man's.
I'm gonna eat him up.
Anyway, you know what I was thinking about though? Was that we became Star Wars fans, and I feel like it started out as kind of a meme. Like
when we did?
Yeah, like okay, like I mean, obviously, like
between us.
You mean? No, I feel like that
as
like
a fan
group.
Yeah.
Like, cause like I remember.
Kind of did.
I'll explain to the listener.
That's a good point.
The one listener.
Yeah.
Like as a kid though.
I'll explain to the listener.
What up, Brad? Brad, how you doing, man? If you're here in the comments, just slam up in those comments, Brad. Tell us how you're doing, Brad. You son of a gun. Brad, if you're there, honestly, reach out because I miss you, dude.
Dude, it's been far too long. I mean,
far too long.
I haven't met you, but it's been far too long since our souls communicated.
Collided.
You know? I've never talked to you, but it's been too long since
the stars.
Yeah. The freaking moon, you know.
God, the moon. Don't even. The moon is fake. Think the moon is fake. The whole moon. Is fake.
I couldn't agree more, honestly.
Anyway, Star Wars. Like we're gonna get off Star Wars.
Yeah.
So, as a kid, I was obsessed. Like
Same.
all I ever watched. But then, like, I hit like
middle
late
school
elementary school to middle school. Never watched. I mean, I don't even think I watched them ever.
You couldn't be cool.
No,
like, it was not. An
it wasn't even
thing,
like
really.
I just like stopped. Like I just wasn't interested anymore.
It's like when you listen to a song.
Yeah.
That you recently downloaded for 4 weeks, and then you
just like you're like I
can't listen to this.
I've had my fill.
Yeah.
But then they put out that they were gonna make, The Force Awakens or whatever.
Yeah.
And I feel like I wasn't even interested, and I didn't even
really?
watch that movie until like 2 weeks after it came out.
Wow.
It was long. Wow. It was a long time.
Yeah.
But so we all went over to your house and we watched all.
Yeah, we did.
6.
We did. Yeah.
We watched all 6 in a row. That was a great night.
That was a great night.
Oh my
gosh, that was a great night.
We just watched all 6, and we went to the movie like the next day or something.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, maybe I probably saw it before that then.
Yeah, I think you did.
I feel like I wasn't even like, I wasn't really sold out.
I wasn't stoked like I was for the ones after that.
Oh my god. Okay, I'll get to that. But,
yeah.
And I realized like when I rewatched them, I was like, okay, these are freaking flame. Like there's no doubt that these are some of the best movies I've ever made.
For sure.
And but then The Force Awakens came out.
Yeah.
And I feel like I watched it, loved it, and I kind of was like, it's good, but the more I watched it, the less I liked it, which is weird because now I love that movie.
Right.
But like it kind of like pulled back.
I felt like we both found this place where we could healthily balance loving it for what it was, but also seeing its faults.
Yeah.
But still loving it, you know?
But that's the thing is then after Force Awakens, I watched hours of Star Wars theory videos.
Yeah, more than any
person. It was, but it started out as a meme because I found Darth Jar Jar as a Sith Lord. If you have Brad, if you're listening, dude, if you're still here, slam up in those comments. Go look up Jar Jar as a Sith Lord on YouTube.
Yeah.
That is the single most convincing thing. I won't spoil it for you.
He sent me that link, and I was convinced, man. I was sold.
Well, it's doing a lot of things. It convinced me that Jar Jar is an actual Sith Lord, and that was their plan.
Yeah,
and then it also brought me into just obsession with Star Wars.
It was like, okay, it's like smoking meth for years.
Yeah,
and then getting bored of meth, and then, like, just like years later, you're just like, I'll hit some meth.
I'll do it again.
And
as most meth doers do.
Right. And then it's like falling into a Vietnamese bamboo stick trap, you know?
That is the most relatable thing.
You're dead.
Brad, if you don't relate to that, I'm sorry, dude. I don't know where you're going to relate
You know, it's funny. We, in the last couple of years, have not been shy about our Star Wars addiction.
No, I know.
And most people don't understand it, so let me try to explain it. Imagine the thing from your childhood. Like, everybody's got a thing like Star Wars. From their childhood.
Everyone has something that, like, as a kid, that was, like, they were obsessed with, and that's what they did. It doesn't have to be, like, a movie or anything.
And the difference is that our thing had stopped, and then it just started up again.
It became a reality. Like, the dreams
new
that we
content.
Had became the actual reality.
So just imagine if that thing from your childhood revamped,
and it became something that everyone loved. I mean, okay, like I feel like the people we see a lot, like, some people really do like Star Wars, some people don't.
Yeah.
But when you go to the theater, like, I've never been more excited for anything than when The Last Jedi came out.
Me neither.
And when we went to the theater opening night, and it was. I'm good. They just offered me chapstick that he just put on.
Yeah,
we're close.
Some people it grosses them out. Some people it doesn't. So
you know, if you're an ear hole on this podcast and you don't share chapstick, open your mind.
Yeah, maybe
think about it.
Try some mind expansion. You know,
you're kind of closed-minded if you don't share chapstick.
If you're not doing LSD, you're not expanding your mind.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
So why don't you cue up a little Lakeshore Drive? Which initials, by the way, LSD, Lakeshore Drive.
It's funny how many songs do that.
Like, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Freaking, I wish I lived in the 60s and the 70s, man.
No, you don't.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
That would be terrible.
It would be terrible. No, but what are we talking about?
We were on Walmart Kid, and then we were on
Back to Star Wars, as we always
Was there
do.
anything else to say about Walmart Kid?
No, that was pretty. No. I mean, it's just like, it's crazy how much that kid is blowing up. But I'm worried that he's going to be one of those. Well, I guess that kind of relates to Star Wars. Is like the kid, the little Anakin kid, like became addicted to drugs and like ruined his career because people hated him. Yeah, and they were horrible about it. Which, like, to be fair, though, like, that doesn't happen with Walmart Kid. The thing is, the difference is that people like him. They think he's funny.
The thing I could see happening is he will be forgotten about eventually. He'll be forgotten about.
Yeah, I feel like if he doesn't keep putting out music. But that's the thing, is like his voice.
Even if he does,
so
like,
kiddish,
he's gonna be forgotten about.
The same, yeah.
And
no offense, you look like, I think it's awesome that you're doing music. You're not listening, but like, and the people who are gonna hate in the comments, like, it's so smart of him, and he's not even like bad. It's just like he's just a kid. Like,
right.
There's only so much you can do.
I just feel like there's so much like psychology that of like kid stars that has not been studied. Like,
I would know.
Be so many repercussions
psychology
from
major,
all that. Like, dude,
Demi
you're just
Lovato.
crushing the
Did you hear Demi
physiology.
Lovato?
Yeah, she's like super open about her drug.
Did you see that she went to the hospital?
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, Demi Lovato just went to the hospital for meth. No, heroin.
So. I don't know.
One of them.
But
she's been open
really
about
cool
it.
And open about it.
Yeah, which is actually really cool. Is that, like, and I guess Carrie Fisher did the same thing.
Yeah.
Because she was like 16 when she got cast in Star Wars, and then, like, got hooked on cocaine. Yeah. And like was open about it for her whole life. Wow. And it's just like, it's so hard. Like, imagine going to high school and having the peer pressure, but then literally being in Hollywood and having that peer pressure. Like, the peer pressure would be like being high school age or younger.
Natalie Portman.
Yeah, she
missed the premiere for like her finals or something in high school. Like
you're literally thrust into like the biggest party scene. Like, not that it's like not all of Hollywood is bad, but like
a lot of Hollywood is good.
I mean, I'm not like, it's not like there's no like bad things. Like,
of course not.
And like, it's not like it wasn't their fault that they got thrust in. Like, but it's also like, it's so hard to like avoid that, especially as a kid. Like
Yeah.
it's just crazy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway, Star Wars and Yodeling Kid are
Heck yeah, man.
yeah.
Okay, I have a funny story.
Tell it.
Happened at work today.
Do you want to tell where you work or like kind of what you do?
Oh, okay, that's probably a good idea.
What you do, yeah.
Yeah. I work at a cemetery actually, which many of you I'm sure know. Hillard Cozine, good friend of ours, and their family owns a funeral home and business, and I've just been working at the cemetery this summer.
Good segue into what it really is our only point. Thank you.
Death is imminent.
Death will come upon us all. I was gonna say that they're sponsoring us for this episode.
Oh yeah, Cozy Memorial Group sponsoring us.
Should we say their name on? No one's listening, but
Why not?
you're right.
There's
I
a
was like,
plug right there.
you're right.
Yeah.
Thanks for the sponsor.
Yeah.
I have a joke, but I won't say.
Okay.
I was like, there's
Probably good.
sending us coffins in the mail. We're going to cut that out later.
Yeah, I definitely know how to edit audio on this thing.
It's the second podcast.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't just like looking up how to save it or anything.
Yeah, no, we weren't doing that.
It's fine. Anyway,
tell your story. Sorry.
It's actually funny. I just like working at a cemetery, get a lot of like people are like, "Oh, that's so creepy." It's not at all. It's a fantastic job. I've loved it. But today I got to drive the backhoe, which is like this huge. It's like a backhoe. It's like a big machine, which was fun. Got to drive the thing around. Like the engine overheated at one point, so I had to like stop it and like walked over to get some water. And
pour on the engine.
What?
To pour on the engine.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and
bad jokes are the point of this.
I tried to go along with it, but I just couldn't. It was so
the point of this podcast is not for people who are listening. It's for me to say my bad jokes. So when I go out in public, people are like, "Oh, good thing he didn't say that joke."
Thank goodness we did actually end up hearing the joke on the podcast.
Because Brad, what's up, dude?
What's up, Brad? So yeah, that's enough stupidity in your ear for today. So we'll just end it there.
No, we did like a 45-minute episode.
And this one's gonna be 15 minutes. So we had just replaced like the cutting edge on the front bucket, so it's just like this big piece of steel metal that's like not sharp like a blade, but like sharp to like cut through dirt and stuff, and it sticks out like 2 inches from the outside of the blade or from the bucket on the front of the backhoe. So I get some water, I'm walking back to the machine, and I just kick this thing with my shin. I'm like speed walking. You can look at my leg. It didn't even cut me. It literally hit me. I kicked it so hard that the skin, it was like an indentation in my leg. And then I just watched as like the blood just kind of seeped out from like little holes. And it was one of those moments where like it's so painful that you don't even say anything. I felt like that clip of Peter Griffin from Family Guy where he falls and he's like
Oh, Brad, you can't see my face, Brad, but I am cringing.
It's bad.
And it's not even like it looks.
The cut
it looks
not
really
bad.
It looks pretty bad. It's not like good.
The cut is not the worst part. It's gonna bruise.
Yeah.
So bad.
Just speed walking into your shin. I was playing with a scooter today, and I was just swinging around. And I was like, and I didn't even hit myself. Dude. I was just thinking, if I hit myself, I'm gonna lose my mind. I was just so scared. I didn't even hit myself. I was just so scared I was going to.
That is freaking. That's a lame story.
So you guys know when you're like riding on a dry erase board and makes the squeaky noise, like
yeah,
that's Sam's laugh. Kidding.
Best friends.
Kidding.
Yeah. If you ever want to really, really irritate Calvin, blow up a balloon.
Oh my gosh.
And just rub your fingers on it.
That's freaking ASMR, dude. Balloon rubbing ASMR.
Let's make it happen.
Dude.
Let's Let's make it happen.
Brad,
That'll be a segment.
Slam up in those comments, Brad, and all the other listeners. If you're trying to get some
we get
balloon
2
ASMR,
likes on this video,
if we get $10,000 in Patreon supporters,
we'll
we
do
balloon
a
rubbing
challenge
ASMR.
video of Calvin reacting to a balloon sound.
if we literally at some point in our lives, if we get 10,000 Patreon dollars per month, you're never gonna see this episode, but I will for an hour have someone rub balloons in my ears.
An hour.
That's a long time. I'll go 10 minutes. No, that's so long.
15 minutes. 15 minutes.
$10,000.
Shook the hand.
$10,000 will never happen. So,
yeah.
But we did shake
good.
hands.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is like, I hope we just never forget this or never remember this episode. But
well,
just
it'll literally be documented online.
It's true.
So,
stand up in those comments.
Fans will be like, Calvin, bro.
ASMR, dude. What does that even stand for?
I don't know. I really don't.
Brad, slam up in those comments if you know what ASMR stands for. Do they have comments on iTunes podcasts? No. I've made so many slams in those comments. And I'm so disappointed. But that's okay.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so when you told that Razor scooter story, which was kind of anticlimactic.
I thought you said racist scooter story.
That actually reminded me of our next topic, racism. Calvin and I are gigantic racists. And no, that's not true. No, it reminded me, okay, because I was going to talk about this on the podcast because I'm scared about this. Lauren makes fun of me all the time because I am not good at telling stories sometimes. Like, I'll think, something to me is so funny. I find something really funny. But sometimes I can't explain that well.
That's a human thing.
But this is the difference. I don't explain it well. I don't have a good, like, punchline. I don't explain how it's funny. But then what I do is I just say, when I recognize people aren't getting it, I'm like, it was just so funny. It was so funny. Like, it was funny. And so if you ever just hear me start saying it was so funny, like, just know that's me recognizing that I did not deliver on this story.
As a psychology major, I haven't started.
Wait, psychology or physiology?
Psychology. I don't even know what physiology is.
Okay.
No, I'm the one that can read your mind. Get out.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is moving a bookcase across the room right now.
It's a good thing you can't see because you would be shocked at what you're seeing. Yeah. I'm literally lifting a bookcase off
with
the ground
his mind.
as a psychology major.
This is not good comedy.
No,
it's not clever.
Brad,
slam up in
please
those comments, don't leave dude. Right now. Please, Brad, we need you.
We should listen to these and see if they're funny.
I mean, we were playing that other one earlier, and I mean, it was just the beginning. We were kind of laughing,
but it was us.
Like, we thought our YouTube videos that we made in middle school were hilarious. So
this is crazy. Last night, I was like, you know what? I should check out my YouTube page. Because I forgot that I posted those.
Shoot.
You know what had 696 views?
It's probably Australia.
Oh, yeah.
Bro!
We made... Okay, this is I don't know if it's a funny story that they'll like. Basically what we did was we had like a project in middle school and like for science.
Shout out Mr. Garrison.
For science! And so...
Science.
Basically, we were supposed to make a presentation about the tertiary period, which is however million years ago. No, it wasn't dinosaurs. Remember? It was like,
oh yeah,
it was literally. I
learned a lot.
No, but we wanted to be dinosaurs, but it was like big sloths.
Yeah,
and like Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
It was
straight
literally
Sasquatch.
Bigfoot.
Who's alive, by the way?
Yeah, Bigfoot.
Oh,
lives.
We have to tell. Okay,
Bigfoot lives.
Okay,
we got another story.
Bigfoot lives. Yeah, I'll tell this after it.
It's a better story. Okay, basically we had to make this project. Everyone in our entire class, it's like a class of 20 people.
Yeah.
And we got like partners. Yeah. Everyone made like PowerPoints and like really thought out projects. We made the stupidest video. It was at one point like 20 minutes long.
Oh,
it was a full length episode of TV. It was the pilot.
Because I remember we went to Mr. Garrison. We said, "Okay, this thing is 20 minutes long," and he was like, "You gotta cut it down to 5." And we were like,
"Screw that, dude.
Let's make it 15. We'll make it 15 minutes long."
And all of it is just solid facts.
Well, and we finished filming, and we were like, we have no information in this thing.
We did the whole like set and all that stuff.
Yeah.
None of it had any information.
It's like 8:00 at night.
Yeah,
on
no,
a school night.
It was late. I got home at like 11, which is for middle
It
school.
was like 8:00 when we realized we had no content in this, and we would fail. So we made like a bunch of like commercials or whatever that were like.
We would just say
we were just reading
30 seconds of like all the facts you can fit into it. And so like it is like it's so funny.
So stupid.
I rewatched it and I cringed rewatching it. But like some people find it funny, but it had a ton of views. And I was like, who even watches that?
And it's funny because like I still like want people to see it. Like
I know that's why I cringe. I don't think it's funny.
Right.
But I'm like I'm proud of it.
Right? And like it's funny to watch people's reactions because some people, like you said, like actually think it's really funny.
Well, Mr. Wiley thought it was the funniest thing.
But then I'll like show it to people and watch them watch it, and they're just kind of like.
It's for a specific type of people.
Definitely.
It was really funny to us at the time, but we got like a 96.
We got the highest grade,
and
in the class.
People got like C's
on PowerPoints with actual information.
and some of our information wasn't even right.
Was wrong.
It was just wrong,
and we knew it was wrong, and we did it.
It was classic.
That was funny. Okay, so Sasquatch connection. I have a sticker on my car. It says Bigfoot lives. There's actually 2 stories related to this.
Oh, right. Yeah, there's the other one. Yeah.
So our friend Caleb sees the sticker. Everyone probably knows this story. And he sees the sticker. And he's like, "Oh, Bigfoot lives."
Oh, my gosh. I remember being there and just being like, what? Like,
what?
How do you even, like... Okay, honestly, like, it's not even, like, you just kind of... Just the way you read things.
Yeah.
It's just like sometimes
I've done it before.
Like you're like, oh, red, like read instead of saying red.
Right.
But the situation was just like, it's clearly like, how could it be like Bigfoot lies next to
So of course,
but then he's like, oh no, I did that on purpose. No, you didn't. You literally did not.
Shut your little mouth, Caleb.
But like that was like years ago, and still every time we see the sticker on his car, we say Bigfoot lives.
And people will point out the sticker to me, and I'm like, oh yeah, Bigfoot lives, and they're like, what? And then I have to explain it every time. It's like,
is it worth it? Is it a funny story? It's a funny story.
I don't know. I hope so.
I hope so.
Comment down below if you think it's a funny story or not.
Slam down those comments.
What was I gonna say? So we went on a trip to Utah, beginning of this summer. It's kind of like the end of senior year thing, and we were in.
I think we were in Utah.
We were Moab. We were in Moab.
Like at a Wendy's or something.
Yeah, we had just eaten at a Wendy's.
Shout out Wendy's. They're our second sponsor of the night. You guys have the 4 for $4 deal.
Okay,
that's a slammer.
It actually is a slammer.
But that's what like
absolutely banging. Absolutely.
Honestly though,
banging.
if you're a listener and you have connections, hear how good I am at complimenting brands that aren't even actually sponsoring us. Like if you have connections, I'm for free advertising, and if you just give us like some free stuff,
we'll take chump
money,
change at this point. Like,
honestly, like I'm not in it for the money, but I'm in it for the money, and like give us stuff. Honestly, though, like, I'm not ashamed to take free stuff. I'm wearing a free hat right now.
Yeah.
We'll just gave me a hat. Yeah. We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
Anyway. I guess it's not.
Moab.
But yeah.
So we're walking out of this Wendy's. We're getting in the car, and this guy walks by. And he's like, "Oh, so Bigfoot lives in Kansas too." It's like, of course he does, man. Of course he does. He's like, "Have you ever seen him?" No, I haven't actually. Have you? He's like, "Oh, totally." And my brother's cousin totally saw him too. Like he was like, he like had a picture and like. He like, oh, it was crazy, and then I think he mentioned the chupacabra at some point.
He did. That's funny to me because I figured that would happen to you so much more.
Only time it ever happened.
That's like only because time it's ever people happened. Genuinely believe in that.
Yeah.
And I'm very shocked that it has only the first time.
Yeah, but my favorite thing is when I'm sitting at a red light. I'll like look in the rearview mirror and I'll see people like pointing at it and laughing and like taking a picture or something. I'm like.
That's actually really funny.
It makes my day.
That's
it really
really
does.
funny.
It's really funny. But
Yeah. Let the good times roll.
So we really don't entirely know exactly what we want to do with this thing. We've got some different ideas. One idea was like do like a quote of the week, something that like somebody said that was really stupid, or like something from like our favorite TV shows.
Yes.
I can't believe we haven't really talked about The Office yet. It was mentioned briefly, but
we just keep mentioning it in passing. But The
Because
Office defined my humor, and
it more than my humor, like
it defined
my demeanor.
Yeah, no.
It's
My mom the other day was like, the more you grow up, the more you literally act just like Jim from The Office.
People tell me the same thing, and it's crazy. I watch it. It's so weird. It's so weird. I'll have little moments like
I'd rather be
like I'm watching the show and I have these pins. Okay, sponsor number 500 right here. Uniball Vision Elite.
Those are great pens.
Fantastic pen. It's the only pen I ever use. I'm watching The Office, and Jim literally is writing with the same exact pen.
No way.
This pen, yeah.
That's a sign.
It's a sign, man.
I want to be an actor so bad.
Really?
Not okay. Like, I think it'd be fun to be on The Office. I don't want to ever go through the struggle of like acting and like trying to find connections. Like, but like, if I could just have my break right now into a hilarious comedy show
for sure
with the genius of Michael Scott and I mean the acting cast of Steve Carell, like that'd be brilliant.
Oh, brilliant! I feel like that show's Community, that like the set of that show, I feel like that's just was a rarity in
that's like one of the best I've ever seen. I mean, they're all still friends. Like you see on Instagram, they're all hanging out.
Yeah, and I was watching some interview with John Krasinski. Also, just recently watched Quiet Place. Really,
have you seen it before? No way. Did you see it in the theaters?
No.
Okay.
I watched it.
Did you see it here?
I actually watched it like our basement is getting redone. We brought a TV in here, and Matthew and I just watched it like in the dark. Didn't talk. It was fantastic.
I have lately just been getting so into like cinema and like the movie making just everything that goes with movie making. Like I also I have so many aspirations that are never true. I honestly like my dream job would maybe be like movie critic. If you could just go, if you get paid to go see movies and then write about it.
That could be a great like side thing.
Oh,
honestly,
dude, that's my dream. But like that's like A Quiet Place. If you haven't seen it, listener Brad, such a genius movie. It is genius and
beautifully shot.
Oh, I saw it in the theater.
Yeah,
and I think that was just such a awesome experience.
Yeah,
because like everything was dead silent.
Yeah,
and it's just like I was there. Like, I feel like I was literally there. It was oh man.
The environment in which you watch this movie will make or break it.
Oh it has to.
If you watch this movie, you have to watch it where there's going to be no distractions. You have to watch
put your phone away.
You have to agree with people that you're not going to be on your phone. You're not going to talk.
No talking.
I really enjoyed.
No sound.
Yeah, it makes it that much more intense.
I saw it twice. The first time I saw it,
I've seen it twice. Yeah.
Silent, and and it was perfect. The second time I saw it, there was like
there was people were talking,
and I was like, "You have to stop.
I know.
You have to stop because it's completely dependent, but it's brilliant."
Oh yeah, and just I don't know. I love just the theme of sacrifice. I think.
Oh, the family theme was brilliant.
Yeah.
It was so well done too. Because sometimes it can be cheesy.
Yeah.
But I never got the thought at all that it was cheesy. And a part of it, I think, is the chemistry between John Krasinski and his wife. And I mean, if you're married, you have chemistry.
And they wrote the story to their kids.
Like
that
on
moment
screen chemistry
where
she's
talking to him and she's like, "You have to protect them."
Oh god.
Like that to me when I watched it the second time. It wasn't a movie anymore. That was a real thing she was saying to him.
It is so real.
That their kids could see that and say, wow.
It is so good.
Oh my gosh.
You should just go see it if you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Hillard still thinks he rants about that movie all the time about how unrealistic it is. I'm like, just enjoy the movie, dude.
Yeah.
Like he's like, because he thinks like before he's like, there's no way that the army wouldn't figure out that like. I almost spoiled it.
Yeah, don't spoil it.
He's like, there's no way the army would lose to all these things and have a situation where there's like few people left. Like just enjoy the movie.
I can just set that aside to just watch and try and listen to what he's trying to say with a movie.
Yeah.
And not care about those details as much.
Yeah,
but some people like that. That's important.
That's fair.
A thing is completely.
But my thing is, there's so many monopolies that can go into that. Like, monopoly is not the right word. There's so many variables. They can just be like random.
It's a great board game, but they actually played it in the movie.
They do.
Shout out to our sponsor, Monopoly.
Dude, I'm so meta.
That's totally like the soul,
Monopoly.
just like connected to the ultra soul of the.
I'm outside my body right now. Out of body experience,
bro. Am I right?
Am I right? No, but you know what? I just saw a movie, and this is not even a joke.
Yeah.
This is the worst. Well, it was a great movie, but
yeah,
it was the worst, probably like movie going experience I've been to, because the people in the theater were like there was probably 6 teenage guys in there.
Oof.
Which is what I am, but I think I'm better than them. Okay, there's a thing.
Yeah.
I've talked during movies, and I've been on my phone during movies.
Yeah.
And it is obnoxious.
Right.
And I feel bad in that, because they were like having full on conversations, and it was like loud. It was literally like talking like you and I are, but it's a dead silent movie theater.
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
And they are having a conversation, and then they'll laugh as hard as they can and as loud as they can.
Oh my gosh.
And it was literally, it was a full movie theater, and no one said anything. And so I was like, because I'm not someone who would be like, dude, stop.
Yeah.
But
no, I know.
my Grace did.
She
literally went up to them. She was like, you have to stop. It was crazy, but it was crazy.
Have to stop.
Because, like, I mean, no one said anything, so they just keep getting louder and louder.
Oh my gosh.
But it was literally like, how, like, unaware can you be that it is just so obnoxious? But I was like, it's so rude.
That is
and it's
really
like
rude.
It's not like I've never been like an idiot in a movie theater.
Yeah.
You know that. But like but still, it's ridiculous how loud they were being. Like, they were just
I think that's
talking.
funny, because I think that's an indicator that we're getting older.
Oh my gosh.
And I'll tell you one of the more depressing things that happened to me recently. This is an indication that I am getting older. So I took my car in to get an oil change, and
already old.
got my oil change, and I found myself so excited that I had just got my 5th oil change, and they punched my punch card, and my next one would be free. I don't even... My dad paid for the oil change. I didn't even pay for it. But I was like, I get the next one free. Look at that. That's depressing.
That's old, but you're not like dead old. Because, like, if you were like dead old, you'd be like, nah, I ain't gone no place. I can do it myself. I'll get on that YouTube or whatever Yeah, the ferry's coming in. Land ho! That's me making fun of Sam's laugh.
The problem with people is that they make fun of your laugh.
You're like deathbed old.
This is I don't know where I'm going with this.
For our listeners who just had someone
really...
old die, sorry for that. That was probably really offensive. You guys are the best.
I think people that do really funny voices are really funny.
I agree.
And
that's what I want.
I don't think I'm very good at it, but I long to be.
I want to be. I'm okay.
You're okay? What do you have?
I don't.
It's,
I haven't.
I hate just pulling them out when people ask you to do that.
I don't have I need to pinpoint a personality and just stay with it, because I feel like I have a ton of different voices. I do. I feel like
have a ton of
you've heard
different
me do a
voices.
bunch of different
heck yeah.
voices. I just never stick to a theme or a personality. I need to figure that out.
I have a couple things that I think are okay funny wise in the voice realm, but they only have 2 or 3 phrases that are really good in the accent.
Yeah.
You know, but other than that,
I feel
something is straight up absolutely banging.
Did you know what we were supposed to do? Was say the quote that we were laughing at. That was 20 minutes ago.
What quote?
You're supposed to do like the. Here's what we're gonna do is do
Oh yeah, dude, we get so off track in this.
If
thing.
you're still listening,
oh my gosh,
dude, it's been 39 minutes. No wait, 38 minutes.
Shoot,
dude,
boys,
goes by fast. But do you want to do the quote?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Well, mine. Okay, this is mine. This is from The Office. I figured I'd just set it off with that, and it's what I've been laughing at. So honestly, if you don't watch The Office, I'm sorry. But
maybe just try and find some enjoyment in how much we laugh at this because
and I literally
we're gonna laugh really hard.
I'll backstory this. I was at camp, and me and this other guy, we quoted this like every time we saw each other all day, and we'd probably say 10, 12 times a day, laugh at it as hard as we could every time. This is from Nate, who is very much a side character, but he's so funny. So he's talking to Andy, and he's just now getting like hired by Denver, and he's like, I don't technically have a hearing problem, but when there's lots of noises at the same time, I can't distinguish them. And like, again, I don't have a hearing problem technically. I just have like trouble distinguishing between lots of loud noises. And we said that. It's like, that's like the base quote. He obviously doesn't say exactly that. But we said that over and over again to each other. And it was just so funny. And then later on in the episode, like Andy and Daryl are like yelling at each other, having like an argument. And Nate's standing next to him. Goes up, Daryl, I told Andy this earlier. I don't technically have a hearing problem. And Andy just starts yelling like, Nate, not now. Well, I literally was dying at that.
So funny.
I thought that was just the funniest thing.
I didn't prepare a quote. I should have done that before we started this, but one came to my brain just as you were saying that. I was watching The Office this week, and heads up, this is probably always going to be an Office quote. Maybe Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec.
Maybe something stupid that someone says during the week. I don't know. But, so Michael Scott is calling David Wallace, and this is a scene where he is eating the tiramisu and like coughing.
Yes.
He like calls him. He's like, he just starts like, he answers and he's like starts coughing immediately. But I wasn't laughing at that as much as I was laughing at what David says to him. Michael calls and he's like, this is David. He's like, sorry, David. I'm eating tiramisu. Some of the powder went down my throat, and it killed me when David was like, is this why you're calling Michael? Because I just thought the implications of that line were so funny.
Definitely.
That David knows Michael so well that he knows that is something that Michael would call him about, to say, I'm eating tiramisu. like, is this what you're calling him about? Like, he straight up seriously asks him that, and I'm like, oh, dude.
Well, I'm just gonna go for it. That's funny because me and this guy John were quoting The Office, and along the sentence we're quoting this other same quote by Nate.
Yeah.
Well, kind of around Nate. So they're Dwight and Pam are trying to get to talk to Nate.
Yeah.
At some point, but they have to like get him over there. So Dwight like goes, Nate. And Nate looks over and he goes, Nate, it's your mom. And what does he say? He's like, Nate, it's your mom. She's dying. And he literally like puts his hand over his face and just falls to the ground. And Pam is like, oh, and he goes, no, he'll be fine. Then they cut to this scene where they're talking to him, and he's like, so she's gonna pull through again?
Oh my!
So it's like,
God.
Dwight has clearly done this like several times, and then he's like, so can I talk to her? And he's like, she needs her rest again.
Again.
They make it so obvious, like subtle but like obvious. That
Subtle
he's like,
but obvious.
That he's done this several times.
Yep.
I thought that was just so
gosh,
funny.
man, that is so funny. Ugh. Dang, we're already at 43 minutes.
If you're still here, comment, Nate, it's your mom. There's no comments. I'm actually really disappointed by that.
Yeah. Dude, you know what just irks me?
What irks you?
Just grinds my gears.
What?
You know what?
What?
Boils my tea.
What?
Do you know what really just...
I don't...
just...
This conversation
makes me vomit? Is Snapchat News.
Oh, dude, it's clickbait.
It's so bad.
Like they say they have clickbait on YouTube. Like Snapchat is literally.
It's so bad. It's like fake drama. People talking to Snapchat sports. Like
gosh.
that's disgusting.
That ESPN. I don't want to bash ESPN. Work on your Snapchat.
It's so bad.
It's terrible.
It's so bad.
The people are so cringy.
So cheesy, so cringy.
Oh, dude, it hurts.
It's fake drama with like Daily Mail.
Oh,
It's the bad sports stuff, and then it's half naked women.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
It's clickbait.
It's so bad.
It just drives me crazy. Like I never look at any of it.
I know. It's.
I get my news from the real stuff. YouTube.
Oh. Man.
But honestly, though, it drives me crazy.
It's terrible. It really.
That is where I find out like some news. It's like, okay, I never would have known that before. But
and it's just funny to me because I use Snapchat to talk to my brother, and to group text with a bunch of guys. Like, that's literally it.
It's just like I don't even like Snapchat anymore. But it's at the point where I'm like, if I cut it off, like I'm like I wouldn't talk to certain people, and it's like I hate most of the conversation I have, but it's like the thing is the big deal to other people. I'm just so selfless that I'm doing it for other people. I take no enjoyment out of it, but I'm doing it for others. I am so pretentious, honestly. I'm the most pretentious person I've ever met.
You know, and the first step is admitting it, and you're already there.
I love psychology.
Silver lining.
I used to know that movie, Silver Linings Playbook.
I was just about to do a sponsor for that movie. But
shout out to our sponsor.
Silver Linings Playbook. No, but it was recommended to me pretty heavily recently, so I need to watch it.
I've heard it's phenomenal. I haven't seen it.
Okay.
I watched Avengers again.
Yeah?
The Infinity War.
Yeah.
So good.
Really?
So good.
I enjoyed that movie when I went and saw it. I thought I would not.
I got back into Marvel, so I feel like if you into Marvel,
I didn't get really back into it, but I enjoyed that movie.
But you know what?
It was good.
Okay, because we're going to go.
Let's nerd out.
Let's nerd out. One quick Star Wars thing: what Marvel did and why they have such a popular fan base, but also a fan base that enjoys what they do, is that they aimed for people who read the comics, people who were like hardcore fans, because like. All they do is stuff that's like from the comic, and it's comic adaptation type stuff. Yeah, and that's what Star Wars didn't do. Yeah, Star Wars goes for the generic fan that would go see a movie. Like, I watched Star Wars when I was in the 70s. Like, so I'll go see the new Star Wars movie. That's fair. Whereas, and that's why some people like, if you would just shoot for that hardcore audience, that would like, and if you make a great movie and shoot for the hardcore fans, the people that are generic fans are still gonna like the movie. Yeah, they probably won't know like some of the hardcore stuff, but you don't have to like Marvel's made it so like I never read the Marvel comics. Right, I have no interest in that. Yeah, but I love the movies they make. Yeah, but I didn't know that Thanos like was in the comics. I didn't know that, but like
me neither.
And but still like I enjoyed the movie so much. Yeah, and that's what Star Wars needs to do is aim for different like.
And you know it's just simple. If these movie people would just listen to what we had to say.
I say this, someone who has a podcast. Right. I know more.
I'm in the entertainment industry. I know.
I'm an artist.
I know how to give people quality content that is generally pleasing, but also deep. And that really makes you, think.
We are artists.
We are artists.
We are aficionados on podcasts. I pronounced that so wrong. But I don't know. Did I? Aficionado.
Are you sure you don't mean... I was going to come up with something.
Yeah, it's hard. That's hard. Yeah. Improv is hard, dude. It's fun, though.
Yeah. Whose line is it? Anyway. Okay, alright. This has been a fun episode.
It has. I was worried at the beginning that it wasn't going to be good. Yeah. Because we already did one.
Right.
Not that we recorded some at the same time. No. We didn't do that.
Back.
Drake is actually our 10th sponsor. He is rich, dude. He could give us money and not even care. Drake, if you're listening and you want to give us some cash, Like
that would be greatly appreciated.
Like,
we could buy a better mic.
Shout out this mic.
Yeah.
But we're gonna try to replace you at some point. Honestly, I hope it's not too quiet.
Yeah.
If it's too quiet,
you know, and it was probably good for us to record 2 full-length episodes before really testing it out. You know.
I mean, we listened for like 15 seconds and thought it's
and
okay.
It sounded pretty good. So
Listen,
that was before exporting or anything.
At the end of this podcast, so if you're probably done listening if you can't hear anything, but turn it up full volume.
Yeah.
And if you switch, like if you put the right one in the left ear, have you ever done that?
Yeah.
It's louder.
Really?
I swear it's louder. It's louder by like...
That is some stupidity in the ears right there.
That's it. That's the end of this episode.
Full circle.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Yeah. Have a happy Kwanzaa.
Yeah. How'd you stop this thing anyway?